On Sunday, December the 14th of 2025, two people were found in their bed and unfortunately were taken out violently. Those two people were Rob and Michelle Reiner. Their son Nick has been arrested. Here we are once again. Welcome everyone. I am Lady Zelda Kelly with Seeing Crime in the House of Zelda. And on the table today is for Nick Reiner. Now, this young man, he happens to be a Virgo, by the way, but this young man has had some problems. Some medical names have surfaced by, schizophrenia. He has changed medication. All of that, extremely unfortunate. But I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I am a seer and a tarot profiler. And today we're going to try to dive deep into the energy of this situation. We're going to find out, if we can, through forensic type reading here, what we can see. Maybe we can call in the energy of Rob and Michelle. We don't know. I know that Nick made Rob very nervous. There were some things about Nick's childhood that, who knows? We don't really know the facts on that. I don't, and I'm not going to report it. What I do know is that Alan Jackson, and if you don't know him, he represented Karen Reed, one of the very astute and fine attorneys for Karen Reed during the John O'Keefe trial, where she was accused of taking him out. Yeah, I'm not going to say those words. And please do me a favor and don't say those words in my chat either. Now, Alan Jackson, people are upset with him that know him about how could he do this? Well, that's his job. That's why he's really good. And if you want to flip the coin a little bit, you could actually say, well, gee whiz, look at Karen Reed. Look what she was accused of taking a cop out. How could he have represented her? I'll tell you why. He's a lawyer that believes in justice no matter what. It is reported that he's getting $2,000 per hour. The estate is worth $200 million. That would be Nick's portion. But if he is found guilty, in which there was an arraignment, I believe on the 17th, 2 days ago, he was brought into court with a particular vest on that prevents people from harming themselves. Let me say it that way. So Alan Jackson is doing everything that he can to prove that he was not in his right mind. It's obvious that he's got some mental issues. But I also feel that there's a backstory in this family. Now, I'm not going to throw any shade on anyone. I would just want to see Rob Reiner, Hollywood actor, director, producer. One of my favorite movies was When Harry Met Sally. He's most widely known for being Meathead in All in the Family back in the 1970s. That was iconic. So let's get started. We're calling in that energy. Now, the energy for Nick is different. I'm just going to tell you this. When dealing with someone that has mental illness, and no shade on that whatsoever, don't come at me, because it is real, and unfortunately in this country of America, we do not have what people need as far as that is concerned. We should be able to take care of our people that have problems. But that energy reading for him is different, because sometimes they block, okay? A person who does have severe mental illness can block the energy of a reading. I don't know if he will. I'm sure he does not know that we're reading for him. So let's see. So I have the Crime and Shadow cards which are my cards, the Kipper, the cartomancy, and a small tarot. So here we go, my darlings. I'm just going to say this. Was Nick aware of what he was doing? 2 cards came out. I'm going to leave those. I'm going to leave those just for a minute. So what do you have to say about Nick Reiner? And if the energy can flow here for Rob and Michelle, yes, it happened in the house. Okay, so we're connected. We're connected there. On the 20th is tomorrow. So is something going to significantly happen tomorrow in this case? Let's turn these cards over. Oh. Okay, yes. Wow, they sure do speak for themselves, don't they? There's 2 cards here, meaning 2 unalivings. He is charged with first degree, the M word. We're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that. Let me see if you can see these. I'm pretty sure you can. Tell us what we need to know about Nick Reiner. Tell us what we need to know about him. That's him. Same here, please. Now, you know I don't usually read in reverse, but when they come out in reverse, I'm going to read that way. Now, this is the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is usually when you feel that you're done, that you move on. Well, in reverse, this Cups, emotionally, he has not moved on. This is telling me that he has spurts of remembering, not remembering. I think we better draw again. Let's try to complete this picture, and then I'm going to start parsing this out. I kind of have a feeling where this is going. All right, so there comes another single card this time. Do you notice a pattern? The cards always show us when someone is watching or someone is being watched or waiting for the right moment. That just gave me the chills. So this is a high honor, meaning it's not really a high honor, but is getting a lot of attention. And of course, his father is being honored for his work, but this is getting a lot of attention. I'm going to say the 20th is around that house where it happened. So let's mark down the 20th. Today is the 19th, so that would be tomorrow. And then the 25th, Christmas Day, there may be something more come out. Believe me, if anybody can get to the bottom of it Alan Jackson's the man. But I want to know who is paying for the attorney, because the $200 million cannot be dipped into yet. There's estate attorneys and there's all types of other people weighing in. There's got to be somebody paying for this attorney. I mean, certainly Alan Jackson can go through $2 million in a heartbeat on this as a retainer. I'm going to turn this right side up because it doesn't matter in the cartomancy. For me, it does not. But I like to have these symbols up because I think it resonates a little better. This is the winter timing card. And over the next couple of days, we will be entering winter solstice. Not only that, this is a card of endings, loss, legal issues, problems, and death. And it lands on his card. Whew. All right, and then I'm going to pull another one out, and we're going to talk about this guy. I know you flipped around at me. I'm going to take these two. There was a sense of loss. And I believe Nick was sensing this. I believe that there was either concern or communication or something about his parents' money. I believe that I believe he wanted to live a particular way based on this and this. He wanted to be more organized about it. And this card, normally upright, I always read this card as not that you just give up and move on, that you do as much as you can, because you see right here, there is a cup missing, and that cup is the 9 of Cups. That is the wish fulfilled, the dream fulfilled, and moving on. Why? Well, he's done all he can. So this subject is moving on in search of the 9th cup, because that's the next card. This is the 8 in the next card, so it's moving on. But reversed, I'm just going to say Nick couldn't get over it. I think that something happened in the family that he was made to believe a certain particular way, whether it was true or not. He felt it was true. Now, I'm not justifying what he did. Don't get that. But what I'm saying here is this energy, because he feels, because you know what kind of wind that was, or I'm sorry, wound that was. And this is a card of after you have taken all you can do, you win. And oh my goodness, I just heard something. Let me get another round of cards and then I'll tell you. Let me know, is my these fell out, and I don't read these any particular way except, look, there's a house. Okay, I'm starting to get this now. Okay, I'm going to put these here. I'm just going to do this. A gift. The 17th. That's when he was arraigned or had a hearing or something. He was in court. Someone is paying for the attorney. Let me get this card. And then we're going to be, let me know. Okay, my darlings. Here's what I'm getting. You see these 3 cards. And look, this is the house. Make no mistake. That's a confirmation. Oh, there's 4 cards. Oh, there's 4 cards that came out. Definitely significant. I'm going to put these here because I'm probably not going to get any more cards and you'll be able to see these, I think. Let me see. Yeah, pretty much. All right. This was a partnership. It was a separation. It was not a relationship, but it was a partnership separation surrounded by this. This is someone coming with money. This is someone getting the money, and it's sometimes this is the card of inheritance. He can't touch that money, but there's money coming. Could it be a family member? Probably, sort of, maybe. I don't know if they would do that or not. But here's the story up here. And first of all, I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just reading the cards. And you know what I say? Energy doesn't lie. Numbers don't lie. And for me, cards don't lie. I believe, my darlings, this. I believe there was also another person involved. Now that is what Nick's energy is projecting. Whether that person is real, whether that person was another persona, I'll let the law fill that blank in. But what the cards are saying is there was another person present other than Nick. It could have been Nick. It could have been not him in his right mind. So let's just keep that on the shelf for a second. But there's going to be a confession or a reveal. I think I like that better. There's going to be a revealing. You know, there's this new moon before the end of the year. This person was welcomed into their home before. If it's not Nick, Nick knows who it is. Nick may not remember who it is right now, but I believe in the coming days, we may look for a person of interest. Now, if this doesn't come up, okay, then what you can do is bank on Nick being confused, and I'm going to tell you that. But I will tell you very, very much that this right here, you see the footsteps running away, running into another corridor. This right here tells me the story. This information may be kept under lock and key for a little bit, so be watchmen, be watchers. We should hear about it. There will be light shed upon it, but they're going to keep this message under lock and key for a little while. What was the reason? Money. follow the money, and someone that was lying in wait and watching. What did Nick just happen to be there? Or was Nick there and had a moment in which he did not realize? And like I said before we had the reading, that energy is different. But be watchmen. There's something that's going to happen on the 20th and the 25th. It already happened on the 17th. But there's going to be a separation. And you see that this card is the equivalent of the death card in the tarot. The tarot came from the playing cards. I don't predict that type of thing. So, I'm just going to say that it is based on the occurrence of Rob and Michelle. Could have been two people. Were they thinking about separating? I don't know. But there's a backstory that's getting ready to come out, my friends. So I want you to just keep watching. I'll check in. Let's see what's happening. I believe next week will be, there's 3 more business days next week, a half day. So 2.5 days next week where we may be able to find out exactly what's going on. In the meantime, keep your candles lit, because I believe that more information is coming out. Yeah, I do. That's all I've got for today, my darlings. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. Do not miss my live stream tomorrow night, Saturday, the 20th. Yes, at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about a few things, and then I've got a little announcement that I want to make. Nothing big deal. But I want to see all of you. This is coming up Christmas. And yeah. So thanks so much for being here, my darlings. You be well. Take care. Have a wonderful start of the weekend. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.